Hail and well met friends! Anding here for another episode of Tales of the Free Folk. When we last left off, our adventurers had fought tons and tons of goblins. An hour and a half's worth of show, to be exact. And at the end, they found this mysterious helmet that had some strange symbols of a seven-sided star that was broken, and seven seven-sided stars to be precise, around a central symbol. And
That's 49 star points.
yeah, exactly.
And what's the central symbol?
And the central symbol is what I was looking up because I totally misplaced it.
Wasn't it another star?
Yes, it was a crown in the middle with
crown.
seven broken side stars. And so, see, this is why we're saying what we did last time.
This almost sounds like a Grifflet moment. Yes,
It does, doesn't it? Yeah.
And they also found out that they could take the helmet to a ranger, a wizard, or some elf in a valley somewhere to find out what it actually was about. And they also did not look too closely inside the helmet, but that was unknown to them. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get the adventure started. It is
Wait a minute,
midday.
you're telling me is there a severed head in this helmet and we don't smell it?
No, the guy was wearing it. The boss was
Okay, good.
wearing it.
Good.
No,
So
it
it's
wasn't
like
him, it was the other guy that was wearing it. Somebody had it.
Yeah, there's definitely not any body parts.
Oh, that's right, the
Okay,
dead
good.
body. Yeah.
it's like
Um,
something like in
Yeah, it's not like the body
National
bag.
Treasure. We read on it.
Anyway, we did hit pause about midday on the 1st of October. Yeah, I've done my day math. So we're going to unpause right now, and you guys are going to decide how to get unlost in the marshes. So, Carv, you had an idea.
All right then, where are we going? Because now that the sun's up and I can see where we are, I need to know where we're going.
Stanley,
So-
of course.
I would speculate that if we head back to Bree, we're probably going to get clapped back into prison because we kind of just broke out of there. So
What?
I'm thrown back
Oh,
into jail.
that's right. Pineleaf
That was only
Pineleaf
yesterday,
didn't know
people.
about that. Pineleaf didn't know we just got broke out of prison.
Well, it wasn't like we were there on just grounds anyway. It was a bit of a misunderstanding.
They were going to be letting us out anyway.
Yeah, everything's
Let's,
fine. Everything's fine.
think about it. How
totally
much cross
the
communication is there between Bree and Staddle? Because I don't want to like just show up in Bree and find out, or show up in Staddle that there's issues with the local constabulary. You know, hobbit kidnapping and the like.
You know that word has not yet traveled to Staddle about the jailbreak. It takes a little bit longer time for that to happen.
Plus, there was other stuff going on in Bree that night. They may
Exactly.
not, it wasn't a high priority.
It's like taking inventory on the prisoners. We're about 3 short.
We have one of all of them.
All right.
So,
Let's head on back towards Staddle then.
why? Okay, wait a second. What is in
Oh,
Staddle
yes.
for us?
Yeah, good point.
Like, why? I don't have no interest in going back to Staddle. I
I have
literally
a
just
house
left Bree.
there. We have a
Ooh.
job there.
She has a house there.
So did I.
Hmm.
But I had a stash in my house, and we got the stash. We got what we need. We got food. We got weapons. We got what we need.
Well, I'm with Aerithir because I don't think Gandalf's going to be in Staddle, and that's who I'm trying to find.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm leaving the Bree area on purpose, and Staddle is like mini Bree.
That's right.
Like, no offense to hobbits. Hobbits are awesome. Hobbits are in Bree too. But like, if there's not something for me in Bree that I'm staying for,
But which direction do we go then?
I mean, I'm trying to find some sort of like ranger camp thing. Rumor has it there is some in the Lonelands. I'm all for heading further east.
But isn't there a ranger in Combe?
No. Not last I
Inter-
heard.
Well,
Terry, which
actually, now that you mention it, I did recall hearing that there was a fella staying at the inn in Combe. That might not be a bad idea.
Oh, that's right.
We could head back to
Stranger,
the north.
okay.
We could skirt Staddle and then head a little bit north, cut in through the lumber camp, watch out for the spiders, but we probably could make it into Combe.
Isn't Combe even closer to Bree than Staddle is?
They're
No.
probably equidistant.
They're about
where
the
we are in
same.
the swamp.
And Comb's actually farther away. It's closer to Archit.
Oh, it
Yeah,
is. Okay.
But that's probably
Well-
a better bet because there's vendors and stuff in Cove that we can use to repair our gear and whatnot.
I think I'm with Aerother and finding a ranger. I think that's gonna be my best bet to finding Gandalf. So I don't know. What do you think, Aerother?
I mean, wherever we can find rangers, I'm down for that. Like seriously.
All
that's
right
like
then,
the whole point
we
for me.
head northeast, southeast, west. Yes, northeast.
Okay. I
Northwest, actually.
I think you mean northwest. Yeah, that was gonna.
Yeah, northwest, north.
Something.
And this is our explorer.
This is the explorer, so this is going great.
I said I had good directions. I didn't say I had good talking about directions. I know where I'm going.
This common tongue thing.
It's called
man.
10 degrees that way.
Anyway, I'm turning and I'm getting a reconnoitering of the landscape, and I say we need to go that way.
All right. Roll with a travel modifier.
And he rolls
D20.
on one.
And okay, so obviously I'm not going to tell you if you guys are actually heading in the right direction, since you just assume that Carve knows what he's talking about. So that will not be revealed until you leave the marsh. Although keep in mind, once you leave the marsh, it won't be too hard to get back around theoretically.
Well,
That's
considering looking for landmarks in the marsh and whatnot,
I don't think it's a big
if
risk.
such a thing are
No,
there.
considering as soon as it gets into the afternoon, we'll know if we're going in the right direction.
Well,
Right.
that is true if you guys look. So
And I'm
anyway,
looking because I also know that the marsh happens to be a great place for gathering things like copper and gold. So I'll be on the lookout.
all right, so you guys start to travel in the way that Carve points out, and he even like points out puddles, like almost like a flight attendant pointing out like where the exits are. He's pointing out these puddles, and it's just like doing a really good job of navigating, and
Watch your footing there. That one's deeper than it looks.
and is really probably overconfident in his navigation.
I think for
Um,
a dwarf, I think everything is deeper than it looks.
Watch it there, youngin. I'll have you know I've explored this marsh on more than one occasion, and I've never died here.
yeah,
He's
no.
kind
That
of
is
he's kind of a big he's kind of a big talker, isn't he?
Yeah, you're only saying that because you never have.
It's my adventuring helmet on. It's lucky. I'm ready to go.
All right, so you guys go pretty safely. You see a few Neeker-Breaker, but other than that, not too much. Some Midgewater flies here and there. Do another travel check, whoever wants to. Probably Carve.
I'm feeling confident. I'm going to adjust our course a little bit because I'm starting to see things that will bring back some memories.
All right, you adjust even more accurately, and you actually avoided a spider encampment that you knew was somewhere around. You'd heard rumors of this certain part of the marsh,
Oh,
and you're really starting to get your bearings. And
did he
you're
mention that?
Hmm?
Did he mention that?
not
I
to
did
the rest of
mention
you.
I did mention that I knew there were spiders in certain parts of the marsh, and unfortunately they're particularly bad-tempered spiders because they're apparently intelligent enough to form an encampment.
Yeah. So the reason I'm asking is since I was here to fight spiders.
You are?
That's why we came out into the marshes in the first place.
I thought it was because we saw goblins.
I thought we came out to the marshes because we were running from Bree and we had
Yeah, you
mined
were
our
running
ag.
from-
No, that's why
Yeah.
you're here. I was
Ending
fighting
is always
because
our
I was
mind.
looking for spiders.
You were in a bag.
Yeah, knocked out.
Yeah, we
no less.
we picked you up in.
spiders in the bag.
Didn't we pick you up in Staddle? I thought we picked you up in
That's
Staddle.
what
We did,
I was
we did.
planning at least.
Oh, okay.
Backstory elements here, I see.
I
Well,
just like the whole group going like, oh. it's-
sorry there, Pine. They were, after that whole goblin
I'm
thing,
so
they
sorry
were ready
again,
for
Miss
some
Hazel.
spider action.
Well, should we go fight spiders then? I mean, if that's what she needs. I mean, do you need to fight spiders? Would you just were doing it for sport, or is it like? I mean,
We need a report on are the spiders unusually roused up and why.
Ah.
They're
Now-
organizing themselves. They're making an encampment. Yes. Next question.
They're obviously they're organized. There's obviously something going on. They've made an encampment.
I wonder if
feel
the
like-
helmet has anything to do with it.
I
I
feel
would
like the dwarf.
speculate there are some, in fact, old ruins near the spider encampment that may have something to do with it.
Okay, so what do you guys want to do?
You know, I mean, I gotta say, we kind of need to. I mean, this poor hobbit I don't know. She's a constable. We're going back into civilization. We've kind of made her angry by putting her in a body bag. Maybe we ought to like humor her a little bit so that she doesn't like turn us in as soon as we get into like a town.
I don't think Anding would let her because, well, never mind. It's short in the story. But I agree. Let's not anger the Hobbit.
You know, I think the Hobbit deserves a bit of concession here. We did
Yes.
kind of, drag her off on this adventure, so we can.
Carrie,
we
let's
can
go
do
charge
some-
at Hobbits. Or not Hobbits.
Coach.
Let's do some spider investigation.
All right, Carve, you know the way to the spiders. You can roll to see how well you navigate there.
Well, considering how we already kind of bypassed it, I should be able to just go back.
In theory.
Apparently, some strange mists have arisen since my last guiding thing. So we're walking and we're looking.
They are, but you quickly get your bearing again and are able to find the
I like Gray's suggestion. in chat.
old ruins where the spiders have taken over a bit and kind of made their home. You can clearly see that there's one central tower with just cobwebs all around covering, and you assume that the spiders can sense any movement if you touch any of the wires. So you guys will have to be careful moving through if you don't want to notify any spiders.
All right.
Have we seen any spiders yet? We haven't
You have
seen any
not
spiders,
seen any
right?
spiders
So
yet. You're still
these
a
could
ways
be
away.
like little spiders. They could be big. We don't even know.
All right. Well, considering the size of the web he just described, I propose a very good solution for this
Very
situation.
good sized spider.
Fire.
It's more like a web network.
Fire.
Let's just take him down.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
Alright.
so Pineleaf, how are you planning to take on this? Because
Right
I assume
now-
you were going by yourself, right?
The plan was, if you want to know, is I had sent word to the Bree Constable to send some people over to help. I had assumed you guys
That
were it.
Lovely. Yes.
They were just giving you a free ride.
So at what point were you alerted that maybe we weren't those people? What was the first tip-off? The minute you perceived our presence by getting a bag stuck over your head by Terry? Or was it like afterwards when we weren't super great fighting things?
Well, I figured that half a chance he might send a couple of constables, half a chance he'd send some people from the prison, depending on his mood.
Ah.
He's been known
okay.
to do that on occasion.
Okay. Gosh, if we'd known that, we could have just faked it.
Now that you said that, you can't fake it anymore, but you could have.
Yes.
Sure, those people.
Okay, I think the cat's out of the bag. I don't think Pine's buying it. All right, so
Point is, there's spiders.
out of the
there's
bag.
spiders.
Spiders.
There's
Hobbits
a
out of the
big
bag.
problem that
Kill
could
spiders.
potentially be. What are we gonna do about it? Pine, we're making concession for your sake. What do
Right.
you need to do?
Okay,
Right
first off, what we have here, its primary thing here is a scouting mission to see how bad this is, and then
Oh,
see
okay.
if there's something we can do about it.
And finally,
And
I will
you said-
actually let you say that you had a side quest to do this.
Fabulous.
Can we actually see any spiders at all right now?
Not yet. You're still a ways away, but you can clearly see like faint outlines of like these
Okay,
webs.
because you
on
realize
this
as
tower.
soon as I see a spider, I'm going to start charging at it,
All right.
right? I mean, that's going to be a thing.
That's Era's like, oh, we're gonna kill spiders now. I'm like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
we're
come
killing
on, boy."
spiders. Let's just go kill the spiders, people.
Spider poison. Okay. It's
We've been
just-
talking like 4 minutes about killing spiders.
Well, we've been walking this whole time too, haven't we?
Okay.
Yeah, you guys were walking
This
for a
ought
while.
to be interesting. Knowing that your mode of combat is flinging your shield at things, spider webs are sticky. Good luck getting it back, sir.
I don't fling them at the spider webs. I don't want to kill the spider webs.
Yeah.
I want to kill the spiders.
Okay. Now, someone had an idea with fire.
Fire, yes, burn it all.
All right.
Spider
I presume. If you said
Who
this
can
was
make
Stone
fire?
Fortress.
I'm sorry.
Oh, but
what
the
was that?
webs would burn, not the stone.
Yeah, the webs will burn.
Yeah, and you guys do have supplies for like camp making that you would use
Ah, okay.
for fire and things like
So
that.
let me refresh my memory. We have spiders we want to kill. We don't want to alert them by touching the webs, so we'll burn all the webs, and they won't see that.
Oh, they'll see it. They're
But
in
the
I'm
other thing is
assuming they're
Pine
in the
said
tower.
this was a scouting mission. So do we even want to kill the spiders? And Andang, what's the side quest? Is the side quest scouting or is the side
His
quest?
side quest is scouting.
Okay. So maybe we send Pineleaf ahead and we just hang back and let her go do the thing, and then she can come back and tell us. Rather than
I'm
all of
gonna
us
go
go
kill
ahead.
spiders.
Because you know, if
Somebody
Gareth
said
there goes in and
Kill
he just
spiders.
kill it.
I'm gonna go kill spiders.
And I'm not sure that that's what Pineleaf wants to necessarily have happen.
Well, the main object here is to make sure that the spiders don't invade Staddle. If that
Or
requires
Bree.
killing,
It's not like I don't care about the people of Bree. It's just I'm trying to not. I've got stuff going on. I'm not living there anymore, but I still want to protect the people of Bree. I was the town guard.
Well,
Let's kill spiders.
Carvet is saying those. If we can see their nests from here, there's either a whole lot of little ones or a few great big ones. And either way, that's a mess. So fire.
Well, I'm thinking
Alright.
somebody needs to go ahead and check it out. I know
Terry,
it's not going to be me.
Here's
I'm
my
not the
idea.
person.
Me, Terry, Pineleaf, we will go ahead. We'll start in on spiders. Meanwhile, Carve and Maven, you can do your thing and get fire going, and then come up and burn all the webs and make things, finish off the job for us, and we can 1-2 punch get it done.
okay.
All right. Well, I'll start a fire then. Gather up some wood.
Okay, so Carve and Maven can gather wood and start a fire, and me and Terry and Pineleaf can go ahead and scout.
Alright, Carve, so I don't forget, if you do end up fighting spiders, you will be able to do a 2-dot burn damage automatically on every attack, since you'd be having like a torch or something that you'd be fighting them
Sweet.
with. And anyone else that gets a torch.
I'll gather a few pieces of wood then.
So, yeah, the three of you go ahead and go off and
All right.
go ahead and start scouting. So, everyone that went off, roll a stealth check. Since you're trying to move through the webs without getting anything detected.
Not to be that guy, but I don't see stealth on this list.
It's somewhere
It's
on
on the
there.
list. It's under
Yeah,
other
it's
skills.
right here.
Oh, it's super great. Not saying.
It's where my cursor is in your notes.
Oh, in my
It's
notes?
other down on other skills in your character sheet. You don't have anything in it, so you get -1.
Oh no, like what die? That's what I'm
Oh,
looking for.
D20. It's just a normal
D20.
check
Oh, okay.
with modifier. Yeah.
My goodness.
All right, Pineleaf, you're able to go undetected. All right, you're able to go undetected. And Terry, are you staying back or are you going forward?
I'm going.
Okay.
Think
So
she
much fun detected.
Yeah. Roll a stealth. Oh, you already did. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, so Terry, you do step on a web, and you start to hear crawling noises in the distance. That sounds like a rushing creature rushing towards you.
Awesome.
I'm
So
sorry. Spiders speak Russian?
No, rushing, not
Oh,
rushing.
Not Russian.
Oh, dirt.
Rushing.
I thought you said a Russian creature rushing towards you. I was like, wait.
And spiders talk in the Hobbit, so it could be like, "Hello there,
Hello there, I am Spider. I'm about to eat you, eh?
Bilbo Baggins. Nice to meet you." All right. So, what do you guys want to do?
I'm imagining that we fight the spider. That's
Okay.
kind of the obvious
We
choice.
don't know what it is,
You
actually.
don't know what it is, but you can make
So
like
I've
Okay.
another
got swords
combat.
out, and I'm just gonna swing in the
I'm
general direction of the space in front of me.
Let's say this. We have spider webs. We have a rushing noise of an animal coming or something coming toward us when Terry steps on a spider web. My guess, totally
It's
uneducated.
a spider.
That is a spider. I say that we fight the spider.
It's a pretty good guess.
Okay, cool. I mean, it'd be awful if it was like a
Mm-hmm.
elf
So,
or something.
since you guys have been, talking amongst yourselves, trying to think what to do, a spider has gotten into vision, and Terry, you can move within 1 turn to attack it.
Yeah, that.
Okay.
I already
Do the
said
rest of you move
swords
forward?
are out, swinging at the space in front of me, even
Okay.
before I see it. So
And Terry is going to go first in this since she had a plan. But Pinely, if you could roll initiative to see
I
if you're
don't know that
critical.
I would call that a plan, but
I had a
okay.
plan too. I was like, let's attack the spider, and then
Yeah,
people-
but Terry
Oh, you
made
don't
the
know
most
it's
clear
spider.
plan. So,
Okay.
all right. Of course, you two are tied. All right. Pinely, roll another dice, and Aerithert, roll another dice, and see what order you go in. And Terry, go ahead and roll your attack.
Okay,
did.
there goes
That's what that
before me.
roll is. I'll roll initiative in a minute.
Okay, you got a 13 attack. Wow. Is that a critical hit?
No.
Okay.
Oh, it's a D20.
All right, because that's to see if you hit. Sorry.
Yeah, that's just to see if I hit.
Well, yeah, you hit. Yeah, I was just used to damage and to see if you hit being the same since we'd been doing that last time. In the same message.
Well, I
Okay.
didn't know if I would hit it because I was swinging wildly.
Alright, and Aerithert does get to go first. And Terry, you do quite a lot of damage to the spider, but it is still alive and lets out this clicking sound like it's almost messaging to other spiders.
Awesome.
But it is kind of close to death. Alright, so next up is Aerithert. And you're muted.
Oops. I mean, I knew it was muted, but I was like, wait, I forgot to roll for damage. Okay, sorry. I'm still working on stuff here.
That's fine.
Okay, here we go.
Alright. I forgot to put my roll in here. There you go. That was my initiative.
Spider's like, what?
Alright, Aerithert, you're able to kill this spider and describe how you do it.
I run up and I smack it in the face with my shield.
Alright, and it just smashes and gets crushed like almost as if you like crush a spider with your foot, but just a lot
I
bigger.
smashed all
Spider.
8 eyeballs at once.
Yeah.
You everywhere.
And
Exactly.
you start to see 2 other spiders show up in the distance that had clearly heard the spider's call. And so now, while that's going on, because the spiders are still a bit away and you guys moved as far as you can, we pan back over to the group that's making their fire. And Carve is hard at work.
Meanwhile,
Carve, just roll a straight 20 to see if you've made a fire yet.
Okay. Using my knowledge of dwarven kindling.
Yep, you are able to kindle a fire with the knowledge of ancient dwarven fire making.
Fire making.
Because carve is hot.
that's right. That's right.
Yes. All right, so I assume you guys are going to go join up with the rest of the group.
Yeah, I passed
Yes.
the torch
So
to me, and
we're making some torches, right? We got torches.
You have made enough torches. Roll a d6 to see how many torches you make.
Ooh, I was industrious. That can't be possibly right. Oh, yes, never mind. Hold on. Like I said, I hand that. I forget that. Let me try
All
again.
right, so you and May get a torch.
Yeah, pretty much.
Each of us get a torch.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I was in a hurry. I didn't find a lot of rolling.
It would be very impressive if you made 6 torches in that time.
Yeah, I know.
Especially considering there's only 5 of us.
Yeah.
Well, Terry dual wields.
There you go. There we go. We're good.
She could have gone two-handed. It's all right.
Alright, so you guys are able to join up with the rest of the group, and if you and May could roll initiative.
Oh, I got
And
one.
while they're
Initiative's
doing
what,
that,
D20?
Terry, you are default first. So, what do you want to do?
Do we see more spiders yet?
Yeah, there are two spiders
two
that you
on the
can
horizon.
see, in the distance. They came down from the tower and are on the ground in front of you a ways away. But you could move there within a turn.
I'm going to run toward the closest one and take a swing at it.
Okay. Alright, you are not able to hit it.
Okay.
So,
So that's what I'm doing. I'm running toward it and still sort of swinging wildly because a little freaked out by spiders.
and since Aaron Pine rolled lower after, I'm just going to assume Carve is next. So, Carve, go ahead.
All right. We are going to roll to attack the icky nasty spider.
Let me get this straight, just to be clear. So it's he ran up behind us, and okay.
It is very much
We'll go with-
New
we'll go with
Groove style navigation, yes.
Yeah, it's her like, yes.
We're stuck in in webs, Pine Leaf.
His action, he moved as well because movement is a free action, and he spent his 2 actions making the fire.
No, he's a dwarven natural sprinter.
And that too.
Yes, very dangerous is over short distance.
It
Alright,
was,
Carve,
a little
you're not
short.
able to
It was a little
hit
short.
either.
Let's go.
Brandishing my torch. Apparently, I missed.
So up next is Aerthird.
Wait, so nothing happened? The dwarf ran ahead and nothing happened?
With his torch, with this great plan.
the spider.
It was just like,
Yeah, I didn't get
the torch like started to dwindle because he was running
he saw
so
the torch
fast.
and scuttled to the side as I brought it down to smash his face. I don't think I even singed his leg hair.
Okay.
Wow. All right. You are able to hit it and do damage on the first spider, and it lets out this foul shriek.
Sweet. It's all about those foul shrieks, yo.
Yeah. And Pineleaf, you're next.
All right, then. We have 2 spiders up ahead, you said? 1
Mhm.
damage, Dan?
One is about half damage.
All right. I'm going to do an ambush against the healthy one.
Okay.
All right. And let's see. So let me get my. Here we go. And ooh, I got the 10 for that. So that will be. All right. So let's roll for damage. Oh boy. Okay.
That sounds promising.
All right.
All right, you kill it. Describe how.
Well, I throw a javelin right into the whatever's facing me. I guess probably its eyes.
Yep, it's
Right
eyes.
between Are the eyes in a circle? What's
They're in
the
a circle.
pattern of the eye? If the eyes are in a circle, then right in the middle of the pattern.
More of a semicircle, but yeah. All right, and you kill it. It goes right through.
All right.
And
And my regular attack
yep.
will be to throw the other javelin at the other spider.
Okay.
And okay, I think that's a miss.
Yeah, anything under 10 is guaranteed miss. All right, and a reminder you add modifiers to that, which I'm guessing you probably did.
Yeah.
So anyway, May, your turn.
Okay, I assume that I'm kind of coming up behind here, and I'm not sure. I mean, my thing is just like I'm not sure that I necessarily want to like enter right into the direct battle. I'm thinking that why don't I start to like set fire to some of the webs around where the fighting's going on? I mean, that might distract the spiders. My allies could get some hits in. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about doing.
All right, you kind of start to clear a path that the party would probably take next, and also clear some of the webs around the party with the flames.
Okay. So here's the first roll.
And I'm just gonna assume that you actually did that, so you can still do something else if you want.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, okay, cool. So let's see. So there's a nice little blaze going on around around the fighting, right?
Mhm.
Right now. So I'm now gonna go in and do my thing with it. I've still got my very handy torch, so I'm gonna go in and what do we have? We have how many spiders do we have? I'm
There
sorry.
is just one, and you were able
Just
to hit
one.
it. So see how much.
And I was able to hit it. Okay, cool. And how much damage? I'm sorry, I gotta take us out of frame here. Is it D6 or D4? I can't remember for my
D4
class.
for
I couldn't find
damage,
it. Okay.
D6 for healing.
Okay. Oh well, guys, I'm trying, but I'm just a minstrel. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, but you're Mr. with a flaming torch, so that does plus damage
You
for
did
fire.
set like half of the camp on, or half of
And
the
also
rooms on
she
fire.
gets a +2 dot on each hit, right?
Yeah.
It is. That is
Say
true.
that.
So yeah, you actually do. The spider takes an extra 2 points of damage. Thanks for reminding me
Oh.
about that.
You're
Great.
welcome.
Flame on.
So yes, the spider is on fire and pretty badly damaged.
Cool.
All right, it is now the spider's turn,
Bonfire. Right.
and it is not able to hit. It's just flaming
Well,
and trying to
poor
like
thing,
get its
it's on
fire off of
fire.
it.
Yeah.
So we're back up at the start, Terry.
Stab it.
Throw your sword at it.
Tabitha, it in the back of them.
Throw your sword at it. It works great for me. With a shield.
Well, it's on fire, so yeah.
Well, I'll just run up and take a whack at it and see how well that works for me, because that
Don't
usually
get burned.
goes
Yeah,
that usually goes so very, very well,
Let's be the standard MO.
or not.
Oh, man.
Harry.
You actually get your foot stuck in one of those marsh puddles that Carp pointed out, and you're stuck in there. But you're glad you didn't accidentally step in fire, so at least there's that. All right. So up next is
Yeah.
Carve.
Carve, yes. Carve happening. Carve happens. Well, that spider needs to die. I'm happy to put it out of its misery. So, smash it.
All right. You are able to kill it.
Yay.
Deep.
Can we now get out of here? Okay, I mean, this was a great idea to do this side thing, but can we get out of here now?
You guys still have not technically scouted, but if you look
Ugh.
around from this position, you'd be able to see what the spiders were like.
Who's going to
All
look
right, let's
around?
look around.
Should Pine,
I
Pine
can
look around?
I mean, everybody look, because it's not necessarily limited to
You can
one
have
of us.
everybody look.
I'm just
And do we
saying,
roll for that? Are we rolling for
we
that?
all look. So, like, right?
Perception check. We're all looking around. What do we see? We see dead spiders. We see things on fire. Is the fire persisting into the rest of the webs? Because that was my desire for making
The fire
torches.
is spreading, yes.
Beautiful.
And
Let's
the
burn
great
the
thing
critters.
about spider webs is that they actually don't burn too long, so it's not like it's creating a lot of smoke or anything. So it's not like
Oh.
a big beacon, which is very nice.
So it's a stealthy fire.
It
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
like
is a stealthy
spider-
fire, lighting cobwebs on fire.
Got it.
The spider web is kind
And
of
the
like
That's right, because they
There's
actually
no
don't flame
other-
up, do they? Just kind of smolder.
And it had recently rained in this area, you guys know, and so
Sure.
there's not much of a chance for the grass or anything to catch on fire. So,
Well,
So I
that's
think that
Things
was
would
gonna
smoke
happen.
a little more.
that was exactly what I wanted to happen.
all right. So
Carver's got a plan.
finally,
Thanks for that weather help there, Carv. Appreciate
Not
that.
a problem. Been around.
you are able to look around, and you realize that this is actually a very, very small population of spiders. You see in the distance there is the brood mother surrounded by some baby spiders and 2 adult spiders. And you look around and you can't see any other spiders. You assume that that is the entire spider population left in the marshes.
okay,
Wait,
we
who's
scattered. Let's
assuming all
go.
of this stuff?
All
Finley
right.
was seeing this.
I thought Pine Leaf just assumes all this stuff. It's pretty great.
Finally sees all this stuff. And I'm looking around to make sure there aren't any like egg sacs or anything.
All right, there
All right,
are some
and
egg sacs that you
We-
could crush.
and that's all. And this fire, does it look like it'll reach them eventually, or what?
Yeah, the fire will damage them by the time you'd be able to move towards them. So,
Okay, so we're good. Let's go.
I'm gonna get some marshmallows and watch them burn.
Yeah, I have a feeling that being in the vicinity of a fire when it's burning down the spider webs is not going to be a good idea. So,
Probably not.
yeah, so let's move.
All right.
I'll give the report and tell them that there's a bit of a fire there.
Works
And
for
also,
me.
somebody else can come along and kill the broodmother and the babies.
Yeah, there's always people questing around here, right?
That's true. That's true.
Carve.
Always
make
people
final-
looking around for fennel seeds and whatnot for.
I've
Homer.
heard some people power level around here, actually.
Huh?
Completely
You guys were able to get
irresponsible.
about 20 copper of stuff that you'll be able to sell at vendors from them.
Super
Excellent.
great.
Nothing like icky filth in hardened carapaces for extra money.
That's right.
Is that 20 each or total?
20 each, yeah.
Each.
The way coins work, it's just all each, everything I tell you. So
All right.
just
I think I've
assume
never heard anybody say that before. It's all each.
It is. It's all each.
It's all each. Sounds like some
Okay,
sort of disease.
So before we took our Spider-Verse adventure, we're heading back towards Combe. So
Yeah, so make one final check to see if you can make it safely back.
Oh, we make it safely back. The dwarf is confident. He's got his bearings now. This ruined
Woo!
location. We are going.
You are able
That
to even point out even more puddles and like branches to trip over and help Terry out of her
Predicament.
marsh that she made it into. And
I don't know if he's tall enough to help me out of the puddle. I think it's gonna
Oh!
he tries.
for me to do it.
And you kind of catch
I'm
on his
happy to
beard, and he kind of like yells out and regrets helping you, and you know. But it all works
The beard!
out. And so you guys are able to make it back towards the town, and Pineleaf, this is kind of your area of expertise. You know this area pretty well.
Well, very well then. We will head to the Coleman Waddle Inn and ask Lisbeth about the ranger there. Of course, she's going to tell him that he's no longer there, but that's something I didn't know yet.
Right. All right. So you guys make your way through the town, and you can tell that the town is shook up. There
Yeah.
was news that traveled towards them, or something.
May was the
happened.
minstrel.
And you can tell that they are really, really not wanting to even
Shook up.
talk and very scared of
right.
I should
whatever
ask
I'll go to
somebody.
Constable
happened.
Underhill then.
All right, I am.
Ask him.
While they're
Ask him
looking
what's
for
going on.
stuff, I want to find a vendor and get some armor repairs going on.
Oh,
All right, so you're going to go to Constable Underhill?
Yes, because he's the logical person to go to ask information about what's been going on here.
And I assume you two know each other.
I would hope so.
Okay.
They used,
So
to,
you make your way towards...
they used to go out together.
Battle is a small town. You
Oh
would,
snap! I like that.
So you guys...
He's a
I'm
good
gonna go buy a beer.
all right, Terry, you just go straight to the bar.
I had to cross the courtyard to the
That's
vendors
all right.
because I know there's an armor smith over there.
And Carve, if you guys want to, you could give Carve your armor, and he can repair all of your armor for you.
Oh, that'd be
And
awesome.
give him the coin to do it.
Wait a second.
Coppers.
I can repair armor too.
Aye, but you're going to be investigating stuff and keeping Terry out of trouble.
You're not going to care about the armor. Or you're going to try. You're trying to find a ranger. I mean, come on. Let the dwarf go do it.
But we went.
I think you just typecast me, May.
I'm a blacksmith.
Well, I meant if he's all excited about going to do it, let him do it, because you've got other things.
I
on
don't
your
know
mind.
that I
And
trust
and
the
I
leading
have a vested
in
interest in you
armor.
finding a ranger. So go find a ranger.
We just talked to the person and there was nothing, didn't we? Did that just happen, or was I?
That was player knowledge, not character knowledge. So you don't know.
Okay,
if there's
so we've all
rangers.
gotten
Oh,
we've all gotten
I
there.
had thought I had gone to Lisbeth and asked, and I assumed.
Well,
that
we
you
haven't
would
done
go.
that yet. So
Okay, so let's.
I would
let's go
assume
in
that
order.
you've done that because I'm already in there at the bar.
Let's go in order. We go into the Coleman Waddle Inn. Terry goes straight to the bar.
Beer.
Pineleaf talks to the person.
Carve's gone. We gave Carve our armor. He's over across
I'm
the
not
way.
giving Carve my armor.
I have
All right,
215 coppers burning a hole in my pocket. Let's go.
Arthur, you keep your armor and you'll repair it yourself. Carve,
Heck yeah.
You are taking everyone else's armor, I assume, if they're all willing. And reminder that it is however much armor times 3 is how much you subtract from your copper. That's your copper cost to repair your armor, how much you're wanting to repair. So everyone can just do that, and we'll assume Carve gets the right amount of money, and everyone
What are we
will be
doing?
back at full armor.
So it's what times
Just give
3?
yourself.
It's however much armor you're wanting to repair times 3 is the copper cost.
And you take it out of your own pocket.
Granted, I don't actually need any armor repairs, so that's
I'll
another
do
thing.
this while left.
Okay, then you just are going to go and try to find out what's going on with this ranger.
Now, out of curiosity, what is your armor repair at?
It's going up to 9 because it was down at 5.
No, like your armor repair skill.
Oh, my armor repair? Where did I put it at? Dead last. Where is that thing? We added it. I'm at 0,
Okay,
which means I can do regular old armor repairs.
I'm at 1.
But right now I'm kind of tired from all of this adventuring garbage, and I wouldn't mind a hot meal myself. So I'm gonna pay somebody else to repair the armor, and I'm gonna go grab some chow at the inn.
Okay. So that all happens, and you guys go to the inn. And Pineleaf, you go off and talk to the person you want to talk to.
Okay, that would be to Lisbeth, the barkeep.
All right. So you go up to Elizabeth, and she says, "Hello there."
Hello there.
If you look to your right, we've got new items in our inventory.
I assume she knows him. I mean, she knows Pineleaf. She knows her,
She
right?
does.
I would have to assume so because you know how constables do get around at the.
And it's a small town. Yeah, I mean, come on. Yeah.
Have you anything to report?
Well, yes. We were wondering, is the ranger about here still?
No, he left a while ago.
He left a while ago.
Okay, I'm just gonna
Do you
say
know where he
this
went?
is awesome.
No, he just left. They stick to the corners, those rangers. They don't really speak too much about where they go or what they do.
All right. Well, thank you.
Go talk to Constable Underhill.
All right. Yes, that's next. Thank you very much. I'll see if Underhill knows anything too.
All right. I'm glad I was such a help to you.
You can help me by serving up some dinner. I'm hungry.
Yes, right away, dwarf. Just hang on.
Thank you. Something
Well,
hot and steamy, and I want it on a plate.
I think I'll head for Underhill.
You probably want to get
Afterwards, I'll
some
probably come back
distance
for dinner.
between us.
All right, so you can tell that she was kind of offended by you going towards Underhill instead of trying to find out more information from her.
Well, she did say she didn't know anything.
She's a
She
barmaid.
did. That's true.
She
Here you
would
go
know
with
about
the
what's going on in the
typecasting
inn.
again.
I mean, she was kind of out of line asking if you had anything to report anyway, unless she's like the, undercover boss of everybody.
I,
Well, She
I
was
wasn't sure
wondering
what
if you'd
that was
found
about.
anything.
Well, she's the inn tavern keep, so she's gonna have
Yeah,
windows
that's
and
true.
different
Mhm.
things.
well,
She
I
wants to know
assumed
everything.
that the thing about the spiders was a Staddle thing, so that would be something I would have expected maybe to say to someone from Staddle, but not to someone from Coombe.
Yep. All right.
Uh-huh.
I go to
She's a
Underhill.
busybody.
You go on
She's
to
been
Underhill.
listening to the Hobbit scanner. She knew stuff that was being issued.
Oh, Pineleaf, my good friend. Hello there.
Hi there. I was wondering, you know about that ranger fellow that had recently been staying at the Coleman Waddle?
Yes, he made his way with some other small folk and made his way towards the marshes, I believe.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay, so he has left town?
Yes, he has.
All right, well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, I was, especially consider I was thinking of a completely different ranger in this case. But that was a different
What
guy.
happened to your armor, Pineleaf? I never see you without it.
Oh, it's being repaired.
Oh.
I ran into a little trouble with spiders and goblins.
Oh,
Aren't you
really?
gonna-
So am I.
Pineleaf, aren't you going to ask him why everybody's upset and bothered?
Tell me
Oh,
about
that's
the
been it's been
goblins.
so long since we had that mentioned in there that I have forgotten about it. Yes, what's going on here?
Oh, there was a rumor of some dark riders that came through not too long ago, and they made quite a lot of trouble for quite a lot of people. And we're looking for someone named Baggins.
Someone named Baggins?
That's what the rumor says.
Oh, okay. That sounds like a Shire name.
Indeed it does. I'm worried for whoever this Baggins is.
Oh,
Rumor has it Ryder looking for Baggins, dude.
Bilbo Baggins.
The greatest little hobbit of
King
them
of the
all.
Wild Frontier.
This mug is rather empty. I could use a refill.
Oh, yes, coming right up, little dwarf.
Little. Always with the little jokes. Don't talk.
Sorry, it just slipped
Just
off
keep
my
the
tongue.
ale flowing.
All right. Well, okay, see, so the ranger has left, black riders are raging all about, and we've got goblins in the marsh and spiders in the marsh.
But we have a helmet.
But you did take care of the goblins and most of the
We
spiders.
took care of the goblins, and I think we took care of the spiders. Of course, there might be more.
Well,
so we have
there
to
was the
look.
brood mother. We didn't kill the brood mother, right? She had babies, so you might want, we Constable Underhill maybe can go take care of those guys.
We
Sorry,
may
you wanted
need
to share
to
that info?
investigate after the fire burns down.
So do you tell him that?
Yes.
We kind of set the swamp on fire because there was an eight-legged infestation of some rather large arachnid-type creatures, and you might want to have somebody check that out.
That sounds like quite the adventure. I'll be sure to keep an eye on the marshes and make sure that we remain safe here.
Yeah, okay.
Sounds
Thank
like my mom is like not quite believing my tale.
I think it's time for me to go and have something to eat because I'm getting peckish.
Okay, you go in and get something to eat.
Yummy.
Don't let
Alright.
anybody tell you different. Size matters.
All right, so you guys are able to eat and drink. Anything else you're wanting to do in the town?
I'm trying to think if I should go talk to anybody. I've got this going into town stuff that I do and talking to people.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to figure out I'm trying to decide if it'll be worth my while. I don't know if these people would really know anything about Gandalf. But the Dark Riders thing, I mean, I don't know anything about it, but it certainly sounds like something that he would, not be involved in, but interested in. Maybe I should find out more about these Dark Riders from some of the townsfolk, so that when I do meet up with Gandalf, if he doesn't know about it, I can tell him.
Okay.
Now, I'm trying to figure out how to do that.
You could overhear somebody talking about it because you know that the town is going to be heavily talking.
Right. Very much talking, and so I'd like to go ask them questions about it. And I think there's roles involved in this, isn't there? Because being a minstrel, I have this ability to pick up things from people and talk to people and culture and blah-de-blah-de.
Yeah. So you can choose what kind of thing you want to figure out, and then that'll depend on what you end up doing.
I'm just looking here to see. I don't really see a.
You could also just do a perception check to see.
Yeah, I
if
think I'll
there's
just do a
anything wrong.
perception check. That's what I'll do, and you can tell me what I see. Okay, hold on here. I gotta move over here, do this, do that, and perception is plus what? Oh, okay, I got it. All right, here we go. Ready? Are you ready? You sure? You ready?
Let's do it.
Here we go.
All right. You are able to hear a conversation, and do you want to join in on the conversation, or?
Gosh, I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. Yes.
Okay, so you go up to these two men that are talking about things that they saw. One of them had come from Bree. It was horrible, the things that I saw that night. There were terrible noises and screeches, and it just made you so uneasy throughout the whole town. So then you walk up,
Sorry,
and
I just looked at the chat.
World's talking about pants. Too many sinister kegs.
Seriously, like when you end up with like Kenneth pants, and you're like, what is he using now?
Well, this is not like his spare pants, you know.
Yeah. No, but it doesn't say Canada's spare pants. It's Canada's the one and only.
yeah,
Probably
we are
signed.
glad to have a live chat room. So thank you guys for helping us keep entertained.
Okay, so I hear him say that,
Mhm.
and I mean, I just don't know anything about this at all, but it sounds really like some bad stuff, bad evil stuff. I guess one of the things that I would ask, being, not really knowing this area, is, has anything like this ever happened before?
Oh, not that I can remember. What about you, Bill? No, not that I can remember either.
All right. Well,
Who are
I'm
you
gonna go-
anyway?
I'm just an elf traveling through town. Nothing to
What
see
is
here.
an elf doing
promise.
around here?
I'm just coming through from the air. I came from the west, and I'm trying to go east.
All right.
Oh,
if you want
boy,
to keep
really
your business
thorough
to
detail.
yourself, that is fine.
That's how elves talk, right?
Um,
Elves are mysterious, that's for sure.
That's right.
there are many here that try to keep their secrets.
Ooh. All right. Well, thank you for letting me know. I don't know what else to say to these men, but I'm going to go back to my my companions and tell them that I have a very bad feeling about this news. There's just something not right. Something's like bad about what just happened in Bree.
Okay. So you go off and do that, and everyone can react.
More beer!
I've had my fill, but I am going to have a chat with the bar.
Okay. Go ahead.
So, what's the deal with this Black Rider stuff I'm hearing coming out of Bree of late? I was kind of occupied at the time, so I don't have any first-hand information.
Oh, it's the talk of the town. They're all talking about it. These scary, scary men came up and started making terrible noises and driving fear in everyone and running into people's homes and asking them questions about Baggins, this hobbit.
Interesting. So, this happens, and then, like, the local law enforcement just disappear.
I heard that the law enforcement were protecting the borders of Bree.
Mhm. The borders were well watched. Huh?
There was one guard who came over here looking for someone, or some people.
Really? That's rather interesting. You know anything more about that? We just came in from the swamps. Didn't see anybody that direction.
Huh.
Care to elaborate?
She goes
there, Missy?
on and kind of ignores you. You're clearly not her favorite person to talk to.
All right. Well, I slap a 5 copper tip on the side. Thanks for your time.
Size matters. All right, give me another.
All right. So she gives you another beer. How many beers are you guys gonna drink before it's all done here?
Oh, I'm done.
Oh, I'm not. Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
we're
not.
just getting started. Know how much copper to charge you?
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
having. I'm
Well,
only just
I
having
was more
fun.
interested in eating than in drinking.
All right. Finally, if you eat a decent meal, and that's about 20 copper.
I'm gonna eat. I'm going to drink. Not a lot, just one. I don't think I don't ever really have more than one.
Okay,
Um,
that's like 22 copper then.
Okay, so two,
I had 2 ales, so I'll go with
2 copper for an ale.
plus the
There you go,
food.
Terry. You can have 100 beers.
We'll have to roll her out of here in a wheelbarrow.
Well, I mean,
So how much is
if
3
we
copper?
said you can have 1 beer, that would still be the case. So nothing really changes.
This
True.
is true.
Once you get to muddled wits, that's it, man. You can't go any further.
And Terry
No,
gets
one
hit
beer
with
is
one.
filled with for Terry.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. She can't hold her liquor.
So you're talking.
Terry, you're just kind of hysterical at this point.
I will say that a
She's
small
useless for the night.
a small beer in Prancing Pony is 46 copper.
You know, our Hobbit has gone. Where's our Hobbit gone to? You don't
She's
think
over there in the
like,
corner snacking on something that looks suspiciously pious.
Probably snacks.
suspiciously pious. She's a pious Hobbit, huh?
Very pious.
That's
Oh,
funny.
here she comes. She's back again.
Pineleaf had some lag and had to get back in. All right, so you guys
So
are.
we're all paid up
to
now. Are we going to take?
drink
But we're not.
and-
We're not any further along than we were when we came in. Well, I guess we're further along in the sense that we know there's not a ranger in the near.
Yeah, and
area.
it is about 6 in the evening now. After you guys fought the spiders and made your way out of the marsh.
Alright, so has Pineleaf
Down to the
reported into the various folks that she needs to report into, or at the very least filled out
Very
like a
well.
note and had it sent down to Staddle?
I believe that she has. You guys.
And hopefully she didn't tell anybody anything about us since we helped her with the spiders and everything.
Hopefully not. You guys could make your way back down to Staddle if you needed to, before it got too dark, or you could stay here for the night.
Well, heck, Era's got a house in Staddle, doesn't he? Let's go to Staddle and crash on Era's floor.
I'm thinking if we do that, we run the risk of losing a Pineleaf.
Ah,
Just saying, and he's pretty handy in a fight.
that's true.
She
may not want to come back with us. That's true.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Alright,
Well, I'm
seriously
thinking-
though. I'm
All right, so
I'm
you guys have a
thinking-
secret meeting without Pineleaf, talking
Awkward.
about if that is a good idea or not. Well, Pineleaf's off eating in the corner like we established earlier.
So,
I think we should stay here for the night and then strike out east in the morning.
Okay.
and do you think Pineleaf will stay with us?
I don't know. I think that we need to reconsider, because if the ranger here that was here is gone, we need to head towards the other one that I know of, east to the north. I've heard there's a ranger that has a small cabin along the Greenway, and I've passed by it several times, traveling to and from the Blue
That's in the
Mountains.
west, by the way.
To the what?
It's to the west and the north from where we currently are.
Yeah.
He
I
knows
told you, I've
direction.
got the dwarven map in my head.
Direction.
I know where we're going.
The downside of that is, don't we need to go back through Bree, where we're all sort of #wanted?
There is a way to go around Bree from Combe, you guys know.
Do you think we should try to do that tonight?
As far as I know, the way to go there by getting around Combe involves going through North Chetwood, the Weather Hills, Far Chetwood, the Eastern Bree
No,
Oh,
Hills, down
other
past
way.
Hangstaker's Farm, and then back there.
Yeah. That way, unless there's a hidden trail that Andang knows of, that Carvet knows of, because he's used it before, that's not on the other map, then yeah, we could do
Well,
that.
the only thing that's blocking your path there in Lotro is the wall, and that wall is not necessarily there.
Aha.
It's just a small hill that you can go over.
magic.
Meanwhile,
And
Terry is
actually,
going to
you can
take
go
with the guy
over-
sitting at the bar next to her and start a fight.
You know that the boundary
Oh my gosh.
in
She's
Lotro,
starting a fight with the guy next to her. Oh, Era, there.
before we move on to that, you guys do know that you can move over boundaries in Lotro that you would, in this world, that you would not be able to go over in Lotro, like hills and such.
That's fantastic, because I don't want to go into the Weather Hills. I've heard nasty things have come into the Weather Hills of late.
Alright, so Terry, you started a fight with who?
The
So
random
dude in the
person
bar-
at the bar sitting next to me who's eyeing my sword in a covetous fashion.
Ooh, she's sensitive about those swords.
Which one?
Alright, so he's.
that's important, too.
What do you want to
Which
say
sword?
to start the conversation?
I don't like the way you're looking at my sword, buddy.
That's
I
what
don't
she
like
said.
the way your sword looks.
turn your eyes to another part of the bar, or I'm gonna punch you in the nose.
You're gonna punch me in the nose. I'm gonna punch you in the nose.
I don't think
The
he
dwarf-
got to the word nose.
The dwarf raises his tankard with a bemused look on his face, waiting for the evening's entertainment to begin.
The elf rolls her eyes.
And I officially take a swing at it.
Okay. Yeah. let
Okay,
me
at this point-
roll as well.
Pineleaf has rejoined us. Pineleaf has rejoined us now.
Is there
All
a
right.
problem?
Ah.
I'm going to also roll for an initiative here.
No, you don't need to roll initiative unless you're going to
rolling
join in on the
initiative.
fight.
I'm going to join in on the fight and get Terry out of this thing because I'm a friend.
All right. Well,
That's what Harry does.
you guys are able to start the fight.
Super
Oh my
great.
gosh.
We have a constable here, people. Come on!
Exactly.
Drag
Finally.
that child out of the fight.
I think what after Terry takes a swing, then I kind of see this degrading because we did see it happening or starting to. And I
Mhm.
jump in between them, and I like put a hand on each one of their chests, and I'm like, well, a shield on Terry because she's kind of swinging wildly, and a hand on the other guy, and I'm like start to apologize profusely and be like, sorry, she's drunk. This kind of happens after very little beer, and she had a lot. So terribly sorry. We don't because we really don't want to get arrested again.
That's true. That's how you
If we got arrested, if
First
Carver and I
place.
got arrested for elevated speech, then I think Terry could get arrested along with the rest of us, especially because we're technically wanted for swinging
We
elevated
definitely don't
hands.
want to end up back in the Bree jail or the
Yeah.
Staddle jail or the
Shortest
Coombe
adventure
jail.
ever.
All right, Aerithar, roll a d20 to see if you can stop the fight.
Okay.
You have a good persuade skill.
I
Oh,
do
Or that too,
diplomacy.
You can add any of those modifiers.
diplomacy, persuasion, athletics. I can do athletics because I'm like
You could do
pushing-
athletics. Oh, wow.
Dude, if I
It's
can
like-
he
justify
does a
it,
quick tumble
if-
roll into the middle of the fight, and
if
he
I
pops
can
up and he
justify
does
it,
a
I can
spin.
do it.
All right, you are able to stop the fight and kind of calm
Yay!
both of them down.
Soothe Captain Beast Lady.
This young man impresses me.
All right. So you guys have already had your meal for the
Let's
evening.
get out of here. Now let's go.
I think
Aerithar,
we can't
would
stay.
you take Terry with you? I mean, you'll literally take Terry.
Do we still have that sack?
we can sling her over our shoulders
We
and
can put
drag
Terry in the body bag. It's poetic justice.
her.
None of the rest of us are the same height, so I mean, Maven and I could help her walk, arm over each
That's
shoulder.
right. That's
So
right.
we'll
That's
do
what
that. I mean, because she could do me and Carve, but then she'd be lopsided, and that would not help with the
Or it could be
Yeah,
Carvin,
I
Carvin
could-
Pine Leaf, but that would be tough too.
She would be also
No.
It would
lopsided.
also be lopsided.
Yeah.
Size matters, people.
Drunk Terry equals crooked walk. Lopsided drunk Terry equals worse crooked walk.
She'd be dragged along the ground.
All right, so you
Let's
guys
just hire
are
road water.
able to make it out of the tavern.
That's fantastic.
Super great.
Took all of our effort to get out of the tavern.
So now we've got this drunk champion. Are we still going to try to make this Ranger's cabin tonight, or are we just going to?
I'm
crash
totally cool
here.
with getting around for the night.
I'm fine.
I don't think you're the one that can answer that question.
You don't get a vote anymore, young lady.
I mean, we know Carve can make a fire. I'm fine with camping a little outside of Combe.
Okay, that's cool.
We've got,
Okay.
I mean,
So you
there's
guys-
a nice
are-
clearing. or two
I
far
will-
away.
I'll head back to Staddle.
Bye.
Bye.
There's a nice little copse
I
of
need
trees to the
40
north
in.
here that'll provide a shelter.
Oh,
and-
will you come back? Will you be coming back? Pine Leaf?
Dead silence.
Hello?
I'm gonna have to go
Try to
down.
tell-
I will have to
Finally.
see what reports I get from the office down in Staddle.
Yeah, we're never gonna see her again.
I know. She's actually pretty useful to have around, you know. I mean, if there's a way we could talk her into coming with us.
Go for it.
But
Go
the
for it.
helmet
Diplomatic one.
thing. We gotta check out the helmet thing.
That's right.
Well, I will see what the I'll see what my superiors in Staddle say.
Okay, look, here's the thing. honestly, how effective have your superiors been in helping keep these things like there's goblins nearby that if it wasn't for you taking initiative and doing that and being epic, they would be in Staddle by now if you only did what you were supposed to from your superiors. Like if you went back to report in, Staddle could be invaded by goblins. We've got spiders going on too. We took care of them again because of initiative. Like if you'd gone back to report there, I mean, who knows? The spiders could be invaded Combe and we wouldn't be here at all. Now we're faced with the decision. Okay, well we've got a helmet. Obviously, spiders are organizing. Goblins are organizing. We need to figure out what happened in this town. If it's related, the ranger is missing. I think it's more important to go together to find this other ranger and see what we can do on our own. I don't think we have time for you to go back and report, honestly.
You're just gonna get caught up in a bunch of bureaucracy.
Yeah, like honestly, or do you think like they're gonna have you go back to your post and stand there, and I mean maybe go and scout goblins again? But you know there's goblins, you know there's spiders. We got to find out what's going on. We got to find this ranger and get their help and protect Bree and Staddle and all of our family and friends.
As much as I hate to admit it, the lad's right. There's something bigger going on here than just spiders, goblins, and crazy black men on horses and Bree. I've been around Eriador for quite some time, and I do believe there's something in the air, in the marsh, if you will, that is not normal. We do need to get a little bit more information.
And I have a feeling that this helmet has some bearing on it. There's something about that's a clue of some kind.
Well, in any case, you said that you'll be camping outside of town?
Right.
I will come back here in the morning and see about that, but I still have to report in.
She's a stubborn little minx, isn't she?
All right, see you in the morning.
All right. We're going to be
Okay.
setting out at first light for the guy on the greenway.
So Pineleaf is able to make her way back to Staddle and report in before it gets too late. And you are able to go up towards the guard. What do you want to tell him? The head of the guards.
Very well. I will report first off the situation with the spiders, because that's what I was assigned to work with. Second of all, report the situation with the goblins, and that we found a group of 16 what was it? 16 goblins?
It was a lot of them.
Right. And that we took care of those.
All right. Anything else?
No, I think that is what they need to know.
All right. So you tell them that, and they say, "Very good. We're able to figure out more than any of our scouts had in a long time." And he actually promotes you a bit, where you're the head of a couple people within Staddle. At least he offers that to you. It's up to you if you want to take it.
Give me some time to think on this.
Well played.
All right, so you go off and sleep for the night, and the rest of the party does. And since there's, everyone's at full power and all that stuff this time, we don't have to worry about any of that. So you guys are able to wake up in the morning at your camp, and Pineleaf, you were able to wake up and had the night to think about what you wanted to do.
Very well. I will tell them that. All right. Basically, is I want to do a little bit more investigation on this matter to see if there's anything else happening on the edge of town before I decide on whether or not this promotion or not.
All right,
And I would.
Go ahead.
And then I will head to the camp where the others are.
Okay, and I assume you left pretty early. You got a little bit less
Yeah.
sleep than normal to make it out to the camp and catch up with everybody.
Yeah.
So how long are we waiting on Miss Needles before we just go?
Oh God, the dwarf's not even awake yet.
Alright.
All right, and you guys are just getting ready to pack up your tent
Yeah, we're
when
talking
Pineleaf
first
is
light.
able to make it back to you.
Pine Leaf's here. Hello, Pine Leaf.
Hello there. Let's find out about this helmet.
All right.
The Hobbit's back.
Good
Come back,
decision.
Hobbit. Back.
Good decision.
He's quite handy with a spear and a pinch that.
That's
All right.
right.
And on that note, that is the end of tonight's adventure. When we return, you guys will make it up towards the ranger and
We
find
actually got
out.
a little farther this time than we have in the past. I mean,
You
you know,
have.
for a few
You-
miles, didn't we?
We did spend an hour and a half in the combat.
That's right.
Spend an hour and a
right.
half in combat.
4 minutes worth of fighting and an hour and a half worth of rolls.
So, all right, you guys are going to stop here, and we'll put the pause. And when we return, you will make your way out towards the ranger. So, anyway, thank you guys so
Yay.
much for watching this week's Tales of the Free Folk. When we return, we will do just that. And if you enjoyed this episode, we have other shows over at LotroPlayers.com, and you can also follow news on Lotro and things like that. And, you know, if you really like the show, you can help support the network on Patreon at the Players Alliance on Patreon. So, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you again next week for more Tales of the Free Folk.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.